What's up, guys? Jacob Ober here, coming to you with my instant reactions from the first preseason game between the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. The Packers won this one by a final score of 31-17. The first preseason game, Packers get a win. Obviously, it's preseason, the outcome doesn't matter, but there are a number of very impressive performances tonight, especially on the offensive side of the ball from the Packers. In particular, the quarterback play and some of the younger receivers. Some younger receivers who really impressed in this game was Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who actually had 5 catches for 101 yards and a very nice touchdown grab. Jake Kummerow had I think it was around a 50-yard touchdown catch. I don't know the exact yardage, but he beat his receiver down the field, down the left sideline for the touchdown later in the game. I believe it was under 3 minutes to go. The quarterback play especially was also very impressive. Brett Hundley on the first series had an absolute dime to Davante Adams for 48 yards. One of the best throws he's ever made, honestly. I mean, it was just right on the money, and he really does look like he has improved his mechanics from last season to this season over the offseason. He really looks like he's more comfortable in the pocket, and his mobility, his ability to throw on the run is much improved. I mean, obviously, it's only like one half that we got to see him play, but it was still rather impressive, and he definitely looks like he's turned a corner, and I wish him all the best, and hopefully it's going to be a very good quarterback battle for the number 2 spot down the stretch, because DeShone Kizer also looked very good in this game. I don't think he was quite as good as Hundley, but he showed off his mobility as well, and he had a number of very impressive throws as well. And of course, the number 4 quarterback, Tim Boyle, actually had a rather impressive showing as well. He was 7 of 15, and he had 2 touchdown passes, the one being to Jake Kummerow, which was a beautiful throw. He also had another to Jamon Moore that was dropped in the end zone, which was also a beautiful throw, or not dropped in the end zone, he dropped on the run, but it was a beautiful throw, and he was lighting it up against third-string defenses, which, I mean, it is a third-string defense, but he still looked very impressive. So offensively, the Packers looked really impressive. Defensively, they were all right. I mean, they didn't really show much of anything in terms of like the playbook. It was mostly like vanilla type plays. There wasn't a lot going on there. They didn't really show anything that they're going to be using in actual regular season games, which is understandable because it's the first preseason game and about half the defense was sitting out anyways, half of the starting lineup. But one rookie that did impress in the secondary was Josh Jackson. He had a number of very good plays. He was excellent in coverage. On the first drive, he had a nice pass breakup that was called for a hold, which was a little bit ticky-tack, but I mean, I guess I could see where the officials were coming from there. But overall, he had a very impressive first showing. And I also liked what I saw from Reggie Gilbert as well. He's clearly establishing himself as a guy who could be a legitimate 3 or 4 edge rusher in this defense, which is nice to have because the Packers are a little bit short on edge rushers right now. There's not a whole lot of depth, but he is a nice addition. He's a nice guy to have in that lineup, so in that rotation, I should say. But overall, it was a very impressive game from the Packers. Obviously, you can't take too much away from it because it is preseason. You know, I mean, it's not. They're running basic offensive sets, basic defensive sets. I mean, and the starters weren't playing. Like, hardly any of the team was really out there tonight. There was like anyone of real importance on the team really wasn't playing. I mean, Davante Adams played 1 series. I mean, other than that, really, though, it was mostly just guys that are fighting for roster spots. But it was still fun to watch and still very entertaining, and there's a lot of things you like to see out of some younger guys. Jake Kummerow, I honestly don't know how the Packers are going to handle this wide receiver position. They've just got too many guys like at the wide receiver position, which is a good problem to have. There's obviously going to be some tough cuts the Packers are going to have to make, but I mean, I'm feeling really confident in this group of receivers as we head closer to the regular season. Very impressive showing by the younger group this year. In the first game of the preseason, Jamon Moore was probably the one guy who really didn't impress all that much. He had a few drops. He didn't really look comfortable. But, I mean, there's a lot of time to improve, and we all remember how Davante Adams was in his first and second years. So, time will tell. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.